Okay, let's get our devotion going for tonight. We are reading about the birth of Jesus. Mary returned to Nazareth and to Joseph, to whom she was engaged. Joseph had heard she was going to have a baby. He was very worried. He was a kind man, but he felt it wasn't right that he should marry her. One night he had a dream. In it, an angel told him that Mary had done nothing wrong and that he should marry her. Her son was the Son of God. He was to be called what?
Jesus?
Very good. And he would save the people from God's punishment for the wrong things they had done. The next morning, Joseph remembered what the angel had said to him in his dream. He made arrangements for the wedding, and soon he and Mary were married. Joseph vowed that he would always take care of Mary and her son. Mary and Joseph lived happily together in Nazareth, looking forward to the birth of Mary's baby. A few months later, the Roman Emperor Augustus, who ruled Israel, made a new law. Everyone must go to the town their family came from to register so they could be taxed. Joseph's family was descended from King David, and so he had to travel to Bethlehem, where David was born. Joseph packed up food, water, warm clothes, and clothes for the baby, loaded them onto his donkey. Then he and Mary began the long journey, which took many days, across the hills of Galilee to Bethlehem. It was late evening when they arrived, and Mary was very tired. She knew her baby would be born soon. The streets were noisy and crowded with people who had come to register. Joseph tried to find a room for them to stay in for the night, but every inn they stopped at was already full. He trudged through the cold, dark streets, leading the donkey which carried Mary. When they came to the last inn, the innkeeper told them that all his rooms were already taken, but there was a stable nearby they could shelter in for the night. Joseph led the donkey to the stable. He gently helped Mary down and unloaded their things. Then he spread out clean straw on the floor to make a soft bed for her and covered it with his cloak. Mary ate a little food and lay down, thankful that she could rest at last. That night, Mary's baby was born. She washed him and wrapped him in the clothes she had brought with her. Joseph filled a manger with soft, clean hay to make a bed for the baby, and Mary laid him in it. She called her new son,
Jesus?
very good, as the angel had told her, and she knew he was the son of,
God.
very good. On the hills outside Bethlehem, a group of shepherds lay around their campfire, guarding their sheep from wild animals. During the night, suddenly they saw a dazzling glow light up the dark sky. As they watched, it grew brighter and brighter, and an angel appeared in front of them. They felt very scared. "Don't be frightened," said the angel. "I have wonderful news for you and for all people. Tonight the son of
Jesus.
Son of God was born. You will find him lying in a manger in Bethlehem." As the shepherds stared in amazement, a great crowd of angels appeared, singing praises to God. "Glory to God in the highest, and peace on earth to all people who love him," they sang. Then the light faded, the angels were gone, and the night was dark again. When they had recovered from their astonishment, the shepherds wondered what they should do. "We must go to Bethlehem and look for this child we've been told about," said one. The others agreed. Very excited, they quickly packed up their things, and leaving their sheep, they hurried down the dark hills to the little town. They soon found the stable, and knocking on the door, crept quietly in. They looked at the baby and knelt down in front of the manger. Then they told Mary and Joseph what the angel had said to them. After a while, they got to their feet and left the stable. Once outside, they strode through the streets of Bethlehem, telling everyone they met the good news that the Son of
God?
had been born that night. By the morning, the whole town knew about the birth of Jesus. Singing praises to God and full of wonder, the shepherds walked back to their sheep. In a dimly lit stable, Mary gazed at her baby. She thought about what the shepherds had told her the angel had said and wondered what it all meant. In a country far away to the east of Bethlehem, there were wise men who studied the stars. One night they saw a new star that was much brighter than all the others. They knew that this meant something special had happened. After consulting all their books, they decided it was a sign that a new ruler had been born and that they must go find him. They prepared for a long journey and set off, carrying presents for this new ruler. Every night they followed the star which moved across the sky ahead of them. At last they arrived in the great city of Jerusalem. There they asked, "Where can we find the baby who is born to the King of the Jews? We have seen his star and have come to worship him." When King Herod heard that these strangers were looking for the baby king, he was very worried. The Roman rulers of Israel had made him king of the Jews, and he was frightened that a new king would try to take his throne. He sent for the priests and learned men and asked them where this baby was born. After much study of all the old writings and records, they told the King Herod that many years ago it had been foretold that one day the King of the Jews would be born in Bethlehem. King Herod called the wise men to a secret meeting with him. When they came, he told them to go to Bethlehem. "When you find this child, come back and tell me so that I may worship him too," he said. The wise men agreed and started to travel along the road to Bethlehem. The star still moved ahead of them and then seemed to stop over the town. The wise men knew then that they had come to the right place. They soon found where Mary and Joseph were living. When the wise men saw the baby, they knelt down in front of him and gave Mary the presents they had bought with him. The presents were gold, sweet-smelling frankincense, and a special ointment called myrrh. Then they quietly got to their feet and left the stable. On their way back to Jerusalem and King Herod, they camped outside Bethlehem. That night they had a dream in which the angel warned them not to return to King Herod. In the morning they loaded up their camels and took a different road back to their own country, avoiding Jerusalem. One night Joseph also had a dream. In it, an angel warned him that Jesus was in great danger and that he must take Mary and the baby to Egypt where they would be safe. "Go at once," said the angel. "Stay in Egypt until I tell you that the danger has passed." Joseph woke Mary and quickly packed up their things, loading them onto their donkey. Carrying Jesus, they began their long journey through the desert while it was still dark. King Herod waited for the wise men to come back to Jerusalem. When he realized he'd been tricked, he was furious. He ordered his soldiers to march to Bethlehem and kill all the boys under 2 years old. In that way, he was sure that Jesus, the King of the Jews, would die. The soldiers carried out the dreadful task. The people had always hated this cruel king appointed by their Roman rulers, but now they hated him even more. Mary, Joseph, and Jesus lived safely in Egypt. After a while, Joseph had another dream in which an angel told him that the King Herod had died and it was safe for him to take Mary and Jesus home. After another very long journey, they reached Nazareth and settled down in their own house again. That was the story of Jesus and when he was born. All right, so tomorrow night we will read Jesus in the Temple. Where's my bookmark? There it is. All right, is little Fifi sleeping? Let me see her. Let me turn my bright light off. Fifi's ready to go night-night. Look at her little eyes. She's ready to go sleep. Tell him night-night, Logie.
Night-night.
It's time to go sleep. Tomorrow's Thursday. Today was Wednesday and tomorrow's Thursday, so it's about time to go night-nights. All right, guys. Well, we love y'all, and we hope everybody has a wonderful night and a wonderful Thursday tomorrow, and we will talk to y'all later. Tell them bye.
Bye.